I was just listening and it ended, but I was just listening to one of, I want to say it's reggae, but it was actually a conversation from Universally Speaking. Like, I mean, how do you tell somebody that, like, alright, I know this is going to sound crazy. I mean, I know in reality it's possible. I know that when I speak it, it's coming from, like, goddess elsewhere, light year, like, travel, like, anything. I come from, like, a realm of, like, anything's possible. I know you grounded people, like, you're, like, it's like grounded teenagers. You're like, no, I just don't want to believe it. And then some of you are like, really? Like, that's, tell me more. Yeah, I mean, it's like, watching you guys, it's like, I never know what I'm walking into, because, like, Lou and Lynn are like, yeah, it's not possible, I don't want to know about it. That's like every Gunder that, like, I woke up to, the adults, except Judy. Judy's like, no, that's interesting. Yeah, you know what? I'll help you, Nicole. One adult out of 10 of Mariah's kids that was helpful. Oh my God, thank you, Judy. Angel sent from above. The rest of them were like, I mean, Marie was like jokester. She's like, yeah, okay, Hitler's wife. That's not gonna work out well. We live in New York. What? I mean, Aunt Marie was like, she's like, yeah, she's the one who wears like the Cadillac symbol on a necklace. Like, she always wore Cadillacs. Yeah. That was funny in Aliens from Lightyear elsewhere. Whatever Kaiser. Right, she's the one who looks like World War II Kaiser. Yeah. And then I had, right, Uncle Eddie, like, definitely not having a conversation about extraterrestrials and aliens. Like, you need to be in a mental psych ward if you think that there's beings elsewhere that come to Earth and live amongst you, let alone gods. No, that's just in a Bible. That's what Grandma said. Right, yeah, okay, teenagers. Great, thanks for that. Yeah, I used to have a joke with him. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll kiss your ring, Uncle Eddie. Sure, you're my godfather. Okay. Right, and so then we've got, right, Stevie's the baby, right, and he's always like, I'm the gay one. I don't, and like, the brothers and sisters, usually they take care of me. I mean, they used to dress me as a girl because I was so cute as a kid, but, I still trust them for some reason. I don't know why, but, this kind of makes sense. I mean, the guys at work, when we painted the bridges, they used to talk about alien DNA and stuff, and I mean, I heard people talk, but my brothers and sisters, they're like, they think it's crazy talk. Now, what do I do? Right? Because then they tell me that I'm on drugs and I've been drinking when I try to talk smart. And it's a crazy world out there. Yeah, Uncle Steve, I know. I tried to tell you when I told you I was God at like 3 at Grandma's kitchen table the day that you guys fed me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for the first time and then asked me how it was as I was trying to like open my mouth. Because you put so much peanut butter on it, and you thought it was hilarious to feed it to the godchild of, like, Linda's, like, oh my God, it's Linda. Of course, Linda would get the god kid, you know, perfect Linda. Right, yeah, I wouldn't call my mom perfect, but okay, whatever. So yeah, that's what I woke up to in crazy shitbag land of, like, white trash everywhere one looks. So, right, that's how my royal seed came into 1978, waking up, like, doing Alien Recon, going, oh my God, like, Bentley, why did you lease out to Ford the idea of the engine? I told you it was a bad idea. You realize, like, there's, like, a light room, I mean, now in, like, theater Vox, like, you can understand, like, picture like a movie theater that's 360 degrees. You stand in the middle of it, you press a button, and you can fast forward 100 years, you can rewind 100 years, and you can flip, like, light speed. I mean, talking to Ford era back when, like, whatever, 18, well, they asked for it in 1700s, then they asked for it again in 1800, they asked for it again in 1900. We're like, whoa, no. And they're like, no, but here's the plan. We're gonna sell them the cars. That's gonna then fund us being able to pay for the roads, and then that's gonna fund us. I'm like, no, that's the cascade, and then all the management forgets who they are, and then I got real problems elsewhere with, like, the foreigners that I don't want to call foreigners because that's really a royal word and they're not royals, and I don't want them coming over and embedding themselves in, like, the you fucked up in Ford and the automobile industry. Right, you sold all the children, like in my era coming up, fast forward. Right, yeah, we already had this conversation, because like Goddess from Lightyear Elsewhere, right, I'm amongst one of you, but it's kind of like a telescopic view. Like, I got a face, but even as I walk around, like my eye, like my screen, it's like detached from my physicalness in my extra special science that you guys don't have as grounded teenagers. Like, right, you're like, I don't know, you're like stuck in your anatomy, and then your anatomy gets old, withers, and dies, and returns to the earth. My anatomy is a little different because it's more of like a telescopic view, and I can jump my towers and figure shit out, because that's how some of us in godly things plan long-term civilization, and how to help the grounded teenagers that are having a stink bug fit. They're like, no, I don't want to. I want my cars. I want my four-wheel. Yeah. No, I get you do, but I have to go back to a time before there were wheels, when you woke up and didn't know what a wheel was, except on like a wagon, and you were thankful that you didn't have to carry everything by your feet. Right, yeah, I don't know how, like, somebody gave you authority to build an engine, now all of a sudden you're like, no, I'm not listening. Right, yeah, that's going to be a problem on so many larger levels that your little itty-bitty qualm is not taking into accounting. I get it, your cogs don't work that way. I get it. You're a grounded teenager, at best, if not childlike, for whatever. So, that's the way that this works, and, like, no, I'm not on drugs. No, I don't drink purposely, like, a lot. I mean, every now and again. I mean, I had, like, a couple of shots with Eric, because, like, really, really hot guy shows up out of nowhere, and I'm like, I don't know what to say to him. Like, I mean, he doesn't really want to talk. I want to talk to him, but, like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm really not that interesting, so what do I... Right, yeah, maybe a drink or two. Loosen up. Maybe that's a good idea. Right, but, like, again, rare occurrences. I know Tia Frio had like a big drinking thing. Like, that's like their thing. I don't know. My uncles, they were big drinkers. I never drank with any of my uncles ever. So, like, again, weird spottings of me drinking, but not like a habit, and not something like all the time kind of a thing. I mean, I don't go out. Like, who would I drink with? Why would I drink? You know what I'm saying? It's like, whatever. I kind of tell my kids the same way. I mean, Ben went to prom, and he's like, he had 2 beers, and he's like, he called his dad. He's like, Dad, I don't feel so good. He's like, yeah, don't drink them. He's like, yeah, I don't know why people drink. Yeah, we don't either. So anyway, that's that. Let's see. Yeah, that's a Lightyear equipment, telescopic, like jumping towers in time, in order to project, in order to work backwards, in order to quell and stall and kill. Like see this over here? That I'm at a park right now, which back in the day was a great idea, because it's got some kind of like a skating ring over here. You got a bridge over there, which wasn't there. You got water. This is Little Bay Park. So it was a great idea. There's Fort Totten over that way. I mean, in concept, it worked really great on extraterrestrial planning, until the parking lot, the highway, and then all of the exhaust. I don't even want to go out of my car right now. It is so disgusting. I mean, if you look at the air quality right now, I mean, you broke the science. We told you that you would do that. You literally broke the science in between my realm and yours. So now I'm here. I don't even want to go outside. I'm gaining weight like nobody's business, because there's nowhere for me to like be healthy and work out at all. I used to enjoy working out inside. Now I'm in like a 120 square foot room with a bunk bed. Where do I work out there? I can't. So it's fucking disgusting what you all did with this when we told you not to do certain things. So now Fort Totten's not even enjoyable. I know there's like a public pool. Oh, went there once. It is so crowded and disgusting. But I mean, you can't even really, I mean, people do it. I wouldn't. I mean, you're breathing in all of the exhaust. If you look at the quality, I mean, look at this. even the gray bricks over there are so sooted because they don't wash the soot off, which is fine. So this way you can get a analysis of just how much soot is coming off all the disgusting gasoline like cars that move that people insist on. I don't know where are all those people in traffic going? Jersey, Connecticut? Why? What's going on there? We told you that you'd get these vehicles, you'd start to be able to travel long distance, and you'd waste your entire life traveling, and you'd get nothing done or accomplished at home. The more that you have travelers back and forth in between, the less time you have to focus on fixing what's in your immediate vicinity, because you're so busy thinking about, okay, well, no, on Tuesday I gotta go to Connecticut, and then I'm gonna have to drive. It's gonna be like 6 hours back home, because then I'm gonna hit traffic. How many fucking hours do you actually get anything accomplished? I'm just curious, because you only have like, I don't know what, like 40, 50 years in a career, maybe 25. Because then you're like, oh no, I'm going to retire after 25. Great, so now you just cut your usefulness down and by half. You retire too quick. You didn't get anything accomplished because you're too busy traveling, trying to figure out what your job meant. And then when the new guy comes, you're like, I don't know, I spent 25 years, I still can't figure out, I don't even know what, I mean, I'm retiring, but what did I do? Nothing? Yeah, you see how this goes? We told you. Yeah. Light year equipment and telescopy, and like, we see the long-term problems, like, before they happen, scale them back. Yeah, I know, the know-it-all department, yeah, I get it, that's where I come from before I was born. So why don't you fucking listen as stupid little grounded teenagers? Yeah, I know you don't like the big brother over the big brother, but like we call transparency over the big brother, because the big brother is like not doing their job. I mean, Uncle Eddie's age didn't do it. No. In fact, they were like, transparency, like, what do you mean, telling the truth? Yeah, we're very transparent. No, you're not. And transparency elsewhere has been advising your big brotherness that, no. You're failing miserably, and you're making it more dangerous to live because you're not passing anything useful on. Right. So, Uncle Eddie owns a small construction company, small one. And he'll pass it on to his son Edward. They like cars. And that's about as useful as Gunders were in America for themselves. They don't know any better. Got that. I told transparency on the way in that would happen. But my mission, my alien recon, is very different than where the Gunders were at in white trash. Didn't get anything done, don't know why. And they don't believe in aliens or extraterrestrials or gods being living and amongst you as humans. Couldn't even fathom how that could possibly be. You have to be on drugs or drinking if you think that you're a god. Yeah, okay, white trash. Go back to your little NASCAR driving in a circle for fun. And, yeah, I'm gonna go do godly things and planning over here in universal, like, physics and, like, double science projects on top of one another. You go back to watching cars in a circle and drinking beer and thinking that's what life's really about. Yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah. So, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is what I woke up to. I mean, I love my Uncle Eddie, don't get me wrong. He's like a father figure, like a really upstanding guy. But, again, just like my other uncles, not helpful in accomplishing getting me into a career or into a direction that was going to be useful for my life. That's kind of what happened in America. Everything fucking fell apart once you gave wheels to everybody. And then they got too busy for family, for thinking and organizing, for getting community together. I mean, that just went out the fucking window once you had long distance traveling. I mean, we told you that. And then you got phones, but like they're too busy doing like their own individual thing, only thinking about themselves, never thinking about the bigger family. Right, so that's where we're at in what did Nicole wake up to in Alien Recon and extraterrestrial gods from elsewhere in human form for a very short frame of reference to collapse the whole fucking project, because I don't need humans acting this way, treating me this way. I mean, my Uncle Stevie's like, Nicole, you realize you look like you're on drugs. You're always wearing sunglasses and you're talking kind of crazy. They think you need to go to a mental hospital and some medication. Okay, got it, Mr. I'm gay in the 80s, dancing on drugs and drinking and doing crazy things and making fun of everybody, but then secretly, like, not. I mean, honestly, I love my Uncle Stevie. Like, just, he's such a good soul and a good person, but totally lost. Totally lost and doesn't know how to ask the right questions because he's always frightened that everybody's looking at him and making fun of him in some quiet, secret way and doesn't know where he stands with anybody. He always knows where he stands with me. I don't give a shit. Like, you want to be friends and to be nice and to treat me right? Great. I will love you till the day that you die and I'll support you in anything you do. You want to tell me that I look like I'm on drugs and that I've been drinking when I'm doing universal science things and like planning and reporting for things that I have going on that you couldn't possibly fathom? You want to support me in that, in saying that, like, you know, it's possible and like you get it? Great. That's all I need. I don't need like a pat on the back. I don't need a hug. I don't need like, you know, rah rah. I just need you to know that you gotta stop telling people that they look like they're on drugs, they sound like they're on drugs, and that they sound fucking crazy. Because what's crazy is the assholes that get together drinking beer, watching a car go around in a loop for hours at a time. Or, better yet, the assholes on the green golf course that hit a ball this size and then try to find it. And they're like, yeah, I got birdies or whatever stupid ass. And then we'll drive a little car, we'll go get the ball, and then we'll do it again. Oh my God, it's so exciting for hours. That's what... yeah, okay, I'm the one on drugs and drinking. Okay, crazy people. I mean, it's all a matter of perspective, and your perspective's really fucking off.